Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Control Room Podcast. I want to say this is an NBA show, but we're going to sprinkle in some fantasy football. Uh,
Are you
Romo
ready for football?
Romo's ready for football season, so we'll discuss that at the end. I know Romo's a little excited about our fantasy football draft, but let's give the people what they want. They want to talk about the Lakers. They want to talk about the Clippers. Lakers are tied in the series 1-1. They got a big game tonight. I'm looking forward to that. Clippers are up 2-1. Had an excellent game yesterday, even though I was quite pissed off through maybe the first, 45 minutes of the game. But I'm going to give it to the Lakers first. You guys got the game tonight. How do you feel about the overall series? Houston took the first one. You guys take the second one. What's going to happen tonight?
Look, man, I feel good. Our bench stepped up last game. Rondo was impressive, man.
He was.
9 assists and 5 steals is really what impressed me, the defense that he brings. And then you got Keith Morris, doing his thing. I told you we got the right twin. I tried to tell you.
He has one good game, and now you have the right twin. Cool.
And then Kuzma also, chipped in, I think, about 14 points. So we can get that again from our bench mob, then we're going to be just fine.
You won't, though. That's not what you guys do, but it's fine. And what about your two stars? What about Bron and AD, man? How you feeling?
Look, those guys are going to give you the same numbers they give you every night. Double-doubles, triple-doubles. I'm not worried about those guys. I'm worried about the bench. Like I said, if the bench contributes, we'll be fine.
Well, listen, I think the greatest contributor to the Lakers win last time was Russell Westbrook. You guys leave him wide open. You leave him wide open, and he obliges by never hitting a shot,
shooting.
Never making the right decision. Even when he gets an offensive rebound, he wants to dribble out and do something crazy. It's like, and they finally just have to sub him out. Like if it's James Harden out there with 4 other shooters, you guys are in trouble. But when Westbrook is out there, oh man, I know every Laker fan is like, please shoot it, and he does.
We're more than happy to let him shoot.
So who takes game 3 tonight?
Lakers, of course.
Easy win, close game?
No, it's not going to be easy, obviously.
There it is.
This is a tough matchup,
Yeah.
You got to contend with Harden out there, and it's going to be a grind. But like I said, if our bench steps up again, we'll be fine.
If you're relying on your bench, I think you're in trouble. But listen, I was thinking long and hard about this series, and as much as I would love for the Lakers to take an L, I got to look on the other side. I got to look at Mike D'Antoni. When does he ever come up big in these situations? Okay? His gimmicky offenses always come up short in the playoffs. James Harden isn't known for playing big in the playoffs, even though you guys don't really have anybody to check him. Westbrook, he is known for shooting his team out of playoff series. So it's hard to have a lot of confidence.
Yeah, D'Antoni, like you said, is not the greatest game planner. He's he's known for just pushing the ball and scoring a lot of points, but defensively, his team's never really step up defensively. So that's going to be a problem, obviously.
Well, they say this year's Rockets team is actually playing pretty solid defense. Chuck and the TNT guys were crucifying him because they just don't make adjustments. It's like if the 3 ball isn't falling, then they just keep shooting. There's no mid-range game whatsoever. You're very predictable. If I know Romo's going to shoot a 3, I chase him off the 3-point line, and you have Anthony Davis or I think JaVale McGee may be hurt, but let's just say you got AD waiting for you in the paint, and you know they're going to drive all the way to the paint or just drive and kick. You can predict what's going to happen. And then you leave Westbrook open, and he falls. He goes into the game plan and shoots his garbage, and that's how you – because they should have won that game last night last time when they came back against y'all. But like I said, I can't have any faith in Mike D'Antoni. Houston should beat you guys, but they won't.
But they're not. Look, man. Look, Clippers and Lakers are on a head-on collision. We all know it. Okay, we all want it. All right, so let's just take care of business. and we'll see y'all in the Western Conference Finals.
Oh, see, I'm one of those Clipper fans who don't want it, not because I'm scared of you guys, but because I just want you guys
You're scared.
I want you guys to fall on your face
You're scared.
And be embarrassed. But you know what? When I think about the Clippers,
You don't want to see it.
Listen, am I happy we won last night? Absolutely. But defensively, for 3 quarters, we are just the most casual team out there. We are on cruise control. When the fourth quarter happens, when we're down 97-90, then we're like, okay, we'll turn it up. And then all of a sudden we turn it up and Denver can't score. Kawhi is blocking Jamal Murray with his middle finger, to save the game.
The claw.
Paul George, hey, is this what the Clippers can look like if Paul George actually is Paul George? Man, that's pretty damn good.
So is he back? Is he back to playoff P now?
No. It's
or
a
is it still
game.
pandemic?
It's a game-to-game situation. Okay, it's game to game. Zubac, though, did you see that big dunk he had? Man, I love me some Zubac. Actually, I used to call him Zoo Beast, but I guess they call him Zubaka. I guess there's some Star Wars fans.
Stick, man. That
Zubaka. You like that? You like Zubaka?
Nah, man, look. The thing about the Clippers is you guys act like you're already, a dynasty. You haven't won anything yet.
True.
I mean, so if you guys, have that attitude, you might be in for an upset because if Jokic and Jamal Murray get it going, you might get bounced out, and I don't want that because I want to face you guys.
You don't want us. You don't want to see us. You don't want no part of this. Okay. Well,
Okay. So the team with 16 championships is afraid of the team with 0 championships. How's that?
Tell me, do you guys get home court advantage? No, actually, you don't.
Oh, obviously,
do you get any extra points because you Shaq and Kobe have rings and Magic and Kareem have rings? Does that help Alex Caruso?
Yes, it does.
That doesn't help Alex Caruso?
Yeah, we have whether you admit it or not, we have a psychological advantage because we've done that.
How many of these guys are first-time Lakers? I feel like that's the majority of your team, actually. So how much of that legacy?
The roster.
How much of that legacy is really pumping through their veins? They bleed in purple and gold.
Look, unfortunately, we're not playing at Staples Center where all those banners are hanging.
Right.
So it's just a unique situation in the bubble.
Right.
But like I said, the Lakers have a legacy. The Clippers also have a legacy, but it's not a good one.
Your team is weak when you're relying on Magic and Kareem and Jerry West and Elgin Baylor's legacy. You're not talking about the actual lineups. You know how Lou Williams can go for 30 at any moment, and you guys have nobody to stop him. How Kawhi Leonard is the best two-way player in the game. How pandemic / Paul George / playoff P is unpredictable. It can go off at any moment on either spectrum.
His shooting percentage could be 13%.
Right.
Yeah, never know.
What about our championship coach, championship coaches in Doc Rivers and Ty Lue? So, yeah, when you talk about legacy and all this championship DNA, we actually probably have more championship DNA on our sidelines than you guys have. What, Braun and Rondo? Oh, my bad, and JaVale McGee.
You guys are paper champs. You look good on paper. I'll give you that. But you got to go out there and prove it.
I feel like we're up to one in our series, so I think we're on our way. And keep in mind, the Clippers roster has only played together for maybe 20-something games, like the full roster. So that chemistry, that trust is still building. Like Montrezl Harrell is playing like absolute garbage, and we're still winning. Zubac
won the 6th Man of the Year, right?
He won 6th Man of the Year. Listen, he went through some personal troubles outside the bubble. His grandmother passed away. But he hadn't played basketball in like 5 months. He's not the most skilled guy. He's a high motor, high energy guy. He's not finishing around the rim. He shoots basically 50% from the free throw line. And he's undersized. Zubac has actually held it down for us. And I'm really, really proud of him.
He's holding his own against Jokic.
Absolutely. And he's going to have to be big going against Anthony Davis if you guys make it. So,
But I still I like the Joker in that matchup.
well, you should like the Joker in that matchup. Okay, Joker's an MVP candidate. I actually had him as my MVP pick for this season. But Zubac is doing his thing. But you know what? Speaking of MVPs, let's transition to the East Coast for a minute, man. Milwaukee staved off elimination. Winning.
Yeah.
I think they won an OT actually against Miami. Giannis gets hurt in like the first quarter. He already had like 18 points. He was dominating. Man, what do you think about that series? And should Giannis even play today?
Man, I feel bad for the Greek Freak. I mean, he's had to carry that team all year. I mean, Middleton, he contributes every now and then, but he's not consistent. At this point, I think Milwaukee's just delaying the inevitable, man. They're gonna get knocked out. I don't see the Bucks coming back, especially with Giannis being hurt. That's gonna help matters.
I mean, they did win the last game.
Yeah,
they are the best team they were the best team in the East all year. They got guys with pride and they have championship aspirations. So it's really not like can you come back from 3-1? Is can you force a game 6? Can you
look, man, I just can't wait. I can't wait to see the Greek Freak in purple and gold. A la Kareem. When he came from Milwaukee to the Lakers, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful.
That's what it's all about, right? It's just, hey, who's superstars that other franchises have grown? Who can we poach? Because when you guys draft, you draft people like Lonzo Ball. Okay, you're like Jason Tatum kid. Nah, we don't need him. De'Aaron Fox has that Lonzo kid though. Let's get him.
You're not gonna let that go, huh, Mike?
I'm just saying that's what you guys do in your farm system, in your player development. Your player development is, you see that awesome player in that small market? Yeah, we're gonna steal him. So kudos to you guys.
Well, look, man, we have a championship pedigree, and players want to play with the Lakers. I mean,
okay.
And
notice how, hey, Laker Nation, notice how he's turned this back into a Laker segment. We're supposed to be talking about like the East Coast teams. He's made a Laker segment.
Right, back to the East. Back to the
East. Listen,
Boston, Toronto.
I hope. Well, no, I just want to say that I hope that Giannis plays, and I hope they extend the series because I don't want to see him go out like that. I just want to see his heart, and I want to see the Bucks step up, and also selfishly, I just want to see more basketball. So. Yeah, Boston.
By the way, I wanted to ask you, what did you think about that comment? I believe it was, was it Jay Will who said that Giannis was more of a Scottie Pippen?
I would say at this moment, I mean, Jay Will, I don't really like him.
I'm
just going to put that out there at first. Yeah. I don't really like him. Scottie Pippen wasn't a back-to-back MVP. Scottie Pippen wasn't Defensive Player of the Year, even though he probably should have been Defensive Player of the Year at some point. So I think that's dumb. I think Giannis could definitely be the best player on the championship team. You just got to put the proper parts around him, find the right coach. He just needs he needs a tag team partner. Like Chris Middleton, he's more a good number 3 option. But yeah, I disagree with that statement.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he's definitely a number 1. He's not a number 2. He's a star player, no doubt about it.
Yeah. I mean, people just say things on TV just to get clicks. That got a lot of attention. Giannis, I'm disappointed in him because as athletic as he is, post game is not there. Mid-range game, not there. I never like any NBA player that shoots set shot threes. Like Giannis can do I won't say Giannis can do everything KD can do, but that would be the blueprint for me. If I'm 7 foot and I'm athletic, I would try and take pieces of KD's game. And right now, Giannis's game is still very like elementary. I would say that. So Giannis just has to develop his offense.
I mean, look, he can still expand his game. I mean, he's still a relatively young player.
Yeah,
so
yeah, absolutely.
As your idol would say, the roof is was the ceiling.
The roof is the ceiling, which makes total sense. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Giannis, work on your game. Also, he doesn't even, I think he's still pretty bad from the free throw line as well. So he actually, if he's back-to-back MVP, I would say he is nowhere near his peak. But we'll see if he keeps growing his game in the offseason. So, I mean, the Boston-Toronto series is one of the strangest series I've ever seen. Boston should have been up 3-0. Somehow
OG,
they allow a cross-court pass to a wide-open guy for three. The guy makes it with
OG1 Kenobi.
Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi makes it with 0.5 seconds left. He's the only hope and saved that series. Then Toronto won another game. And then Boston was like, pump your brakes. Did you see that Jaylen Brown dunk, by the way?
That was
Good.
that was.
I don't think Toronto ever recovered from that dunk because after that, Boston beat the dog crap out of that. Like, it was ridiculous. I didn't even watch the game. I checked the halftime score. I was like, yeah, this is a wrap.
Mike, you didn't watch the game?
I was actually out hooping myself, but
oh, okay. Don't tell me you're becoming one of these guys that's on Twitter just watching the highlights on Twitter.
You know what? When it's a blowout and I need to get my workout in, yeah, we're gonna put this 30-point game.
I forget you're a millennial. I forget.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm the guy who doesn't come with the facts when people are talking about championships won in the 80s, right? I'm that guy. Yeah. Okay, so hey, break the Toronto Boston game down for me since I'm a simple.
Yeah, like you said, man, it's been a wacky series. I mean, it seemed like Boston was gonna sweep them at one point, and that shot by OG completely turned everything around. The momentum, the Big Mo, has shifted, and now I think Toronto can, claw. Lack of a better term, they're Kawhi-less, but yeah, they're clawing their way back into the series. And if they win if they tie 3-3, Game 7 is a toss-up. So
I'm sorry, the guy who accused me of not watching the game, you think Toronto's clawing their way back into the series after they just got their ass handed to them?
Well, look, man. Look, they were dead. They were left for dead. So the fact
they're dead again. They're dead again.
The fact they're still alive, there's hope.
Hey, they're dead, bro. This shit is over in 6. It'd be one thing if they were like flying back to Toronto and they can kind of like lift their spirits. But I'm sure Boston is pissed off they're even still playing games because they know they should be up 3-0. They know they let that, and then they lost again. So Boston came out and was like, let's remind you guys, we're so much better than you.
Yeah, but things, as you know, man, things change from game to game. I mean, you're really underestimating the great Kyle Lowry and the future Hall of Famer Van Vliet.
I'm sensing some sarcasm on your end.
A little bit.
A wee bit. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good, man. So, all right, yeah. Look, I got Boston winning in 6. If gun to my head, Miami's gonna put the Bucks away today. I'm rooting for the Bucks, but I think Miami's gonna put them away today, and I think Houston goes up on y'all 2-1 just because I don't like you guys.
Yeah, look. Come on, man. Look, Milwaukee, come on. Why you gotta take shots? Look, Milwaukee is done. Like I said, they're just delaying the inevitable at this point. Miami's gonna wrap it up. I think Boston and Toronto's going 7. However, so
really,
anything can happen in a game 7. It's a toss-up. It's a coin toss.
Okay, I think you're just scared of Boston, but don't even worry about them because you're not getting out of the West. Okay, man. Well, we got to address the elephant in the room. You're wearing football gear. I guess it's a big week. Football's back, right? If I'm not mistaken, there's been no season, so quiet as it's kept. Football season is back, so we might have to change the name of the NBA show. You got the Cowboys gear on. Let's just talk about the Cowboys for a little bit.
Look, man, our division is going to be such a breeze this year. I mean, look, we shipped out Jason Garrett to the Giants. He's now their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, it's like a sleeper cell. Yeah.
So he's gonna
ruin from the inside.
Yes. And the Mike McCarthy era begins for us, man. This is a new era, So we got a coach who's won a Super Bowl before. Yeah. He's got that under his belt. So look, man, I'm feeling really, really good about the Cowboys' chances this year. Our division, like I said, is really up for grabs. I mean, Philly's the only team I think that can possibly contend with us. Sure. We won't even talk about that football team in Washington. They're a mess. I mean, they can't even come up with a name.
Yeah.
So tell you all you need to know.
You know they're checked out. Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, Washington football team. Sure.
How you feel about our chances, man?
No, I mean, listen, every year the Cowboys are one of the most talented teams in the NFL. The problem is we always had the same head coach. So it was always the same formula. And now with a new head coach, it's very exciting.
No more Clapper.
You didn't even mention CD Lamb.
Oh.
Okay. You got CD Lamb, you got Dak another year. It's going to be interesting to see how. I think we kept the same offensive coordinator, but we'll see if McCarthy has any influence on the play calling. The no preseason thing, it won't really affect us much because we still kind of have the same core unit. But yeah, man, look, on paper, the Cowboys should dominate our division and be one of the top teams in the NFC. But we are Cowboys. We are Cowboys fans. We've seen our team. I'm not trying to put no negative energy out there, but
it's been a rough couple decades.
Yeah. Let's just say let's take it game by game this time because we started off hot last year. We was like, well, this is the year we're ready, and it was like, we're not in the playoffs. Okay. So yeah, let's not get too ahead of ourselves, but let's talk about a team. Look, first I have to give you your props, whatever. Romo is the fantasy football control room champion. As hard as that is to believe, guys, Romo won our fantasy football league last year. Okay, it won't happen again this year. I won 2
leagues last year, sir. 2 leagues.
Romo, we don't talk about auto draft leagues. Okay, I like the poster in the background, by the way.
Look, Mike, I'm just the best there is. I wake up in the morning, and I piss excellence.
Piss excellence.
You see that trophy?
Okay.
You see that TV behind me? Y'all bought me that. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
So Romo we have an auction draft, and Romo spent about half his budget on Pat Mahomes.
My homie.
He thought that was going to be his superstar. The true superstar of his team was Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
You don't have either player this year, Romo.
Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be just fine.
Don't worry about you? Yeah.
I'm gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
I'm worried about some of you guys. I was looking at some of your rosters. Trash.
Okay. Romo,
I mean, look, I'm gonna extend offer to Rafi. You need a quarterback, man. I was looking at your roster. Look, I'm gonna try to help you out. I got Cam sitting on the bench. Come holler at me.
Okay. You know Rafi's coming for you.
I refuse.
Yeah, don't push Rafi. Rafi coming for you. Okay. Listen, you made fun of some of my picks, mainly one guy on my team who I have a lot of stock in this year. Because guess what? I picked him up in my other league as well. I'm all in on Kyler Murray, the Arizona offense. The Arizona offense. DeAndre Hopkins, and your boy Kenyon Drake, who was another reason why you won the championship last year, is because you picked him up last minute. But listen, Kyler Murray, quiet as it kept, had a pretty good rookie campaign. Like the Cardinals weren't very good, but without limited weapons, Murray did quite well. So I think
there's Pop Warner quarterbacks taller than Kyler Murray, man. He's 3 feet tall. He's got T-Rex arms. That does not help matters, man. Have you seen him throw a ball? Like he's got.
Wow, you better be careful. You better be careful.
But look, you got this point.
This, right?
You got D-Hop, and if Kyler throws the ball anywhere near him, he's going to catch it.
Oh, no doubt.
You got that for you.
No doubt. I got D-Hop and I got Kenyon Drake. Okay, so listen.
Let's not roster bait, okay?
Listen.
No roster bait.
I've been doing that the past couple of days. Okay.
You know what? Actually, let's roster bait. Let's talk about my roster. Okay. So my 2 quarterbacks, right? Like I said, I have Cam on the bench.
Wow.
Because I have the MVP, the league MVP, Lamar Jackson, big trust. Now, I'm all set. All right, my quarterbacks are set. You look at my receivers. I got ODB.
Okay.
Great ODB.
He did great last year.
Look, if he's got his head on straight, we're gonna be just fine. And I just worry about my backfield. My backfield sounds like a law firm. I got Edwards, and Cohen. Sounds like a law firm. I'm in trouble, man, when it comes to my running backs.
Well, listen, here's my bold prediction. You will not be in the playoffs. You used up all your luck last year, and everybody in the league is going to put you out. You let your cousin outbid you from Mahomes, okay?
That's fine.
That's the type of year you're going to have.
That's fine, man. If he wants to pay 120 for one player, go have at it. Look, it worked out better for me, man. Look, my roster, like I said, is pretty decent. You know, I'm not going to predict a championship, but I'm just saying I have a shot at going back-to-back.
You will not make the playoffs. I don't want to bore the people any longer with your snooze fest of a roster, your non-playoff team. Hey, listen, thank you, everybody, for joining us as always. This is always a great time. Romo, thanks for joining me, man.
Anytime, man. Fun.
Audio version, like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. Also follow us on YouTube, the Control Room Podcast. Give us hit that like button, leave a comment, let Romo know how trash his team is. And when the Lakers go down 2-1, I would love some feedback in the comments. So, hey, till next time, talk to you guys later.